What is up, guys? This is Troy from Sweet Reps. As you can see, we got a Jeep in today going from silver to sea turquoise from Teckwrap. Great color. We're going to get the hood done right now, and we're going to be moving on to a bit of the flatter pieces that we don't have to disassemble much, because tonight it's already late. I already finished off a go-kart that we had for last week, and then we're going to be getting as much done as possible, because it's going to be overcast pretty much all week, and we don't want to prolong this install as longer than we have to, guys. So let's get this hood set up and ready and get it. I'll show you the process of how you get this done. We already got the hinges removed, the windshield washers, and we also got the hinges to the hooks to actually hold the hood down. So we got all that down. Let's get this all lined up, and there you go. Nope, that was not it. And there we go, guys. We got this Jeep hood all done and ready to go. Now we're gonna go start on the back ends, the pieces that don't have so much assembly to do, and then we're gonna go from there to removing the fenders, doing the doors, taking off the hinges and stuff like that. A lot of these Jeeps, we don't do the hinges. As you can see, the hood hinges, the door hinges, the rear hinge, we don't do them, or at least I don't do them, because it's a big point of failure. What you can do is you could spray paint them with Plasti Dip, or spray paint them black, or you could get some Jeep hinge covers from Amazon that are awesome. They're pretty much just stick-ons, guys, and they're not so permanent. So if the customer doesn't want something permanent to actually change the color of the hinges, that's an awesome option to do. I will link them in the description for you guys, just so you guys could have that option in your arsenal. Let me get to wiping this down, or let me clean this off, and then we're good to go for tonight. We're going to park this Jeep inside, because I don't know if the overcast is going to hit us with rain or not. So we're going to park this inside. As I can see right now, it is a smaller vehicle, so I don't think it is going to be a big deal for me to fit this inside without my vinyl cutter in here. So we're going to get that done. We are going to clean everything up, and then we're going to go to wrapping the rest of this tomorrow. So see you guys then. Alright guys, today we're going to start on the rear trunk door. We already got all the handles and everything off. We got the hinges taped up. Since those are going to be covered with just a slap-on cover, black covers, they're not going to need to be wrapped, so all we did was take them off. We're going to use this to actually cut on the actual hinge itself, just so we could get that tuck in as near as possible. And then we're just going to be doing all of this. Everything else is flat, guys. So we got the spare tire off, we got all the rubber gaskets to keep it from hitting the tire off, and then we got the door handle off. Super simple, guys. All you need to do is pop out the little plastic piece that's inside. All you need to do is use a plastic tool like this, and they're all plastic, just push tabs, so you just pop that off. The door handle is just a, let me see what size it is. It is a T20 Torx bit. You're going to take off a little rubber gasket on the top end of that back piece right here on the inside, and you're just going to loosen it. The top piece is going to pop out. All you need to do is slide it straight back out, and then all you need to do is pull up on the handle, the actual handle itself. Pull up, and it'll just slide on out. Same as every other vehicle, of course. The models before this, you would actually have to go inside and get a bolt, so you don't need that anymore. I'm not sure what year this is, but I'll probably put it later on in the video if I do get the year. But as far as this goes, let's get this all laid out, ready to go, and smooth it out. And let me put you guys on a time lapse or forward the video, and let me put some music on. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, and that's it. We got everything all done. All I need to do is finish off this side, trimmed out, and probably post heat all the edges. Not probably, but I will post heat all the edges. But as far as that goes, that's it. We just used 22 inches by 5 feet. We got this all done. All you need to do is cut out all the holes, which is pretty much the longest part of this back piece, because there's about maybe 20-30 holes for all the screws that there are. But other than that, everything went down smoothly. All you need to do is remember where to put all the equipment on here, which is like the door handle and the tire support, stuff like that. Pretty easy if you have a good memory, but if you don't have a good memory, make sure to take a picture for everything beforehand, just so you can make sure you put everything where it's supposed to be, and you're good to go. Thank you guys. We'll be starting on the doors today, I believe, and from there we're just going to be doing as much as we can without removing as much as we can. Like I said, these are going to have a cover on top of it, so you really don't have to get all the way in that deep to where you won't have to see all around it. But as you can see, just taping it off, you get quite a good amount of coverage even at the end over here. So you don't really need to take them off, guys. I really don't like taking this one off just because it is hard to get it all lined up once you do take it off. I like leaving this one on just because it's a lot easier just to do it all and to keep it aligned without taking everything off, guys. From here, once you guys take off the door handle, all you need to do is reach in here, and there's a little latch with that thing on there, or the, what is it called, the rod to actually open the door. So all you need to do is push that down and you get to opening it. Nothing crazy about that. Other than this, you just need to trim everything out, and you're ready to go, guys. Let's jump to the next panel, and I'll show you how to get those done. Alright guys, we're going to be starting on the doors. As you can see, we already got them off. All you need to do is take off the nuts from the bottom of these hinges, and then you're going to be disconnecting the main connection for the door, and then you're going to be unhooking it from the thing that's actually holding it onto the car. There is also a little lever or a little support that actually keeps it from slamming or swinging all the way out that you need to unscrew. It's just one black tab that's connected to the, forgot what it's called. It's like a hinge kind of. It's not like this, it's just straight black. It just is one bolt. I think it's let me see, I think it's a T30 or T27 that you're gonna, it's connected to the door, the door jamb. So just keep an eye out for that. You're not gonna be able to take it off unless you get that out. These are T27s that hold the side mirror on, and you're gonna be able to disconnect it just from the side mirror itself, just the connection right here. You're not going to need to open up the door or anything like that. And then you're going to want to take off this plastic cover right here, just so it could make it a little easier to get that piece by itself out. Other than that, we're going to take off door handles, of course, take off the lock. That's just two, I think it's T20 Torx. You just back them out enough to where you can get them out. Don't back them up all the way, because I'm not sure if these screws hold in themselves or they'll fall in. This one, we're gonna have to take off these two hinges so we could get everything around them wrapped. Those are gonna be some Torque T50s, and you're gonna want to be using an impact for this, guys, because these are pretty on there pretty tightly. The thing about them is that the T50 is barely going to fit in there, guys. You're going to want to wiggle it and actually get it set in there all the way before you even start impacting them off, because if you don't push them in all the way, guys, you're going to be stripping these these screws, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be a pain in the butt to replace or to get them out if you do strip these. Torx bits are always a pain in the butt, so just take your time and make sure you got them set all the way down and keep some pressure on it while you impact them out. Just like that, and they come out fairly easily if you get them in a good way. If you don't, like I said, they are going to strip. But as you can see, you're pushing them down quite a bit. You see that one had a little struggle coming out, but you have a Milwaukee impact, or if you have a pretty powerful impact, they really don't give you all that much trouble, guys. Make sure you got something strong like this, because with a wrench, I'm pretty sure you'll strip these out. Same thing with these back ones. Make sure you got a good name brand Torx socket as well, because if you don't, that is also going to strip out these screws, or it might just break the Torx bit itself. I have one that's already broken in there, but you get a good Torx set and you won't have that issue. As you can see, that one was actually pretty hard to get out. And I have it on the 3rd level on this Milwaukee, so that's about 450 pounds or 600 pounds. I forgot what this is, but that's a lot of torque, guys. So these Jeeps are fairly easy, guys. They're pretty flat. Not much to go around, stuff like that. All you're gonna do is cut it like a good maybe an inch or 1.5 inches into the window line, just so you can tuck it in, and we're going to cut to the edge on all these seals. From here, we're going to cut a little bit more in, just so this piece could cover it. Other than that, we're going to work around everything else. We're just going to wipe it all down clean, and then we're going to get to wrapping it, and I'm going to put you guys on time lapse so you don't have to see everything. It should take about 30 minutes to do this door, but just so it won't prolong the video and make it a lot longer than what it's supposed to, try to keep these videos at maybe 30 minutes to an hour, but it can stroll along the time once I'm doing the whole video in real time. So if you do want to see the video, make sure to just go to the time and set it to about half the speed or fourth the speed, because I do speed these videos up quite a bit. Just make sure you do that, and you'll be able to see every single step and every single process that I do. But pretty much this is flat, guys, so we're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to get it all laid out. When you do work around these though, and you work along the door, you're actually going to want to keep the tension to the top and the bottom, just so it could create enough tension so you could take out the slack from the middle of these two hinges, and also from the window, since all this is pretty much a hole and the material is going to create a lot of slack here in the middle. You're going to want to create tension to the sides as well, so kind of like triangle on the hood. So let me stop talking, let me put some music, and let's get to wrapping it up. just tighten them down. And when you go to put this on the vehicle, you're gonna see if it lines up or not, where you're gonna need to move it. Either it's just gonna be rotating it. There's no way you could put it in or out a lot more than what you're supposed to. If you follow these guidelines, you should be fine. But when we put it on the vehicle, we're gonna get this bolted down, the side mirrors. We're gonna put the end of the door back on so it won't just swing open. And then we're gonna put the handles back on, and we're good to go. We also need to put this back on that I totally forgot on the other door as well. But make sure you put these back on. They pop on, and then you're good to go, guys. When the covers come in for the hinges, that's what we're gonna install, and we're gonna make them look black so it can match all the trim of the actual Jeep itself, so you don't have to wrap them. These are fairly intricate parts, so you don't really want to wrap them and have them fail down the road. I have seen people wrap them, but they don't really look good because you need to have them in several pieces. But as far as hinges go, I would recommend either getting covers for them. If the customer doesn't want a permanent solution like painting them, you could either plastic dip them, or you could paint them last resort. But that is a more permanent solution for something that is going to be a temporary fix. So, but if they're black, then they match any color that the Jeep has on it. So I would recommend that to any customer. Mostly they go with that option. But if they don't want a permanent solution, plastic dip or covers. So there you go, guys. We're gonna do the rest of the two doors. I think we just need the two back, and then we're gonna get to doing the flat areas such as the quarter panels and the front fenders. Maybe around the doors as well, because they're small sections and you don't really have to cut around so much things. You just got to do into the door jambs just enough to where you don't see the original color, and then we could go from there, guys. Hold on, let me get situated with the rest of the doors. Let me finish up the other two doors, and then we'll get to recording the rest of the vehicle. All right, guys, we're back at it. So as you can see, we got all four doors done. Now we're gonna go on to the fenders. What I like to do is I like to remove this part just so we could get a good area covered on the top of this, just so you won't see the original color. We did take off all of the over fenders. All you need to do is get these bolts right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to be a couple of Christmas tree clips that you need to pop out, kind of like these. Like these underneath this, just connecting it to the actual frame itself, or to the vehicle itself. And then you're just going to pull it from the front to the back. You're going to break a whole bunch of clips, guys. I don't know if you see the bottom of this vehicle, but pretty much broke all the clips. Don't worry about it. They're like a one-time use thing. You could hop on Amazon, buy a bag of about, I think 150 for like $5. So just break them all off, replace them, put them back on when you're done. But it's gonna be every single, like maybe 3-4 inches from the front to the back. You're gonna want to grip it, pull it, and work your way to the back. Like I said, you're gonna be breaking a bunch of these, so don't worry about it. Just buy some replacements and you're fine. After that, we're gonna do this piece, but as you can see, we did remove it. It is 2 bolts right here, and then the 2 bolts for the hood cowl or the rain tray, and then that just slides right out. I like putting the screws back in just so I won't lose them, just so I know where everything is. We did take this off. It's just 3M taped on, and then we took off the Jeep and the Wrangler sticker so we could get all this ready to go. There's a little insert right here that it's just clipped on with some 3 little clips, so it just pushes on there. You just pop it off with a little trim tool. Just get it behind here, gently pry it out without breaking on any of these, and then we're good to go. This piece is 64 inches from front to back, maybe a little less, maybe 62 inches, but I want to have a little bit of overhang just so I could kind of maneuver it a little better. So 64 inches cut out. The cool thing about it is from the top to the bottom, it's less than 30 inches, guys. So you could just pretty much roll it out, as you can see over here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but roll it out, cut it straight directly in half, and you have enough for both fenders with that. Perfect. So let's get to cutting that out. Let's lay it out, and I'll put you guys on a quick time lapse so we could get this done quickly, and so you guys can see the process. If you guys want to slow down the video, that's up to you guys, just so you can see pretty much how it's done. But it's pretty straightforward, guys, since it is a flat car, a flat vehicle. All you need to do is kind of cut it a little bit below these two hinges, or two bolts for the over fenders, and then you kind of just want to drape it around that. And then you don't have to cover this whole fender, because all of this is pretty much covered from that over fender being on there. But you're just gonna have to do this one piece all the way down and to the bottom of that door, and then we're gonna do the rest from there, guys. So let me put you on time lapse, let me put some music on, and let's get this done. And there we go, guys, we got it all wrapped up. As you can see, it's a lot easier to get this fender done when you do have the over fender off. It gives you a lot more clearance and a lot more maneuverability. As you can see, we got it below that line where the fender meets the actual metal fender itself, so everything is fully covered. We got everything done all the way to the edge, especially right here, so when you close the hood, you'll see nothing but the wrap color and not the stock color. And then we're gonna get this piece done, and we're gonna get the other pieces done. We should have majority of this vehicle done by today. If anything, tomorrow, or if we don't finish everything today, we'll probably only have the front end done, which is the front end that we need to do, which is the grill, the hood, rain tray, and these things. Also around the windshield, guys. So that's probably what we're going to leave to the very end. But as far as this goes, it looks like we're going to be able to get everything done today. But just taking my time. So we're going to be doing the back end, and we're going to be working our way forward, because every single section on this vehicle, such as the back tail light portion to the quarter panel to the pillar in between the doors, all those kind of overlap or just meet up, and they seam together. I guess it's welded together. So the reason why we want to do it from the back to the front, guys, is so when we cut it and we seam it, the seams are going to be laying backwards, guys, so there's going to be less air caught there, water caught there. You're always going to want the back to lay underneath the front, just so everything could run off of that edge instead of catching onto the edge. If it was like this, you would be able to have water and air and everything catching there, and it's more than likely gonna fail over time if you leave it like that. So yeah, guys, we're just gonna get everything ready to go. We're just gonna cut out this hole for the latch. We can actually put that back on right now, and then we'll get to doing the rest of the side of the vehicles. I'm try to get you the best possible angle that you could see me doing all these parts. But as you can see, I am limited on space in here. It is pretty hot outside, so I'm gonna try my best to get you the best angles I can, guys. But as of right now, we're done with the fender. We're just gonna be putting this back on and just getting it ready, so when we do finish everything up, we could just bolt everything back on and get everything situated. So there we go. Alright guys, we're going to move on to the rest, and I'll show you that in a bit. guys ready?
Oh my gosh, that's so pretty.
Wow.
That's
awesome, man.
Glad you liked it.
Aww.
It's even better than the color you
I
wanted.
know. It looks so pretty.
That's nice.
I appreciate it.
Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, everything came out great. All we're waiting for is the back hatches, and that's about it. But other than that, everything else is
pretty much
So cool.
fully
It's
done.
so pretty.
Let me pull it out in the sun for you guys so you can see the actual color. And there you go, guys. That's a finished product. As you could see, that reaction is what we do it for, guys. Just having a customer as happy as they can be with the vehicle that they have. A lot of people get tired of their vehicles or don't like the color on it anymore, or unfortunately they're not able to get that car in that color at the time at the dealership, and now they can with the quick wrap, guys. So just hit me up. Let's set you up an appointment. And thank you guys for watching, guys. I really appreciate the support and following of the whole page, guys. I really appreciate it. If you guys ever want to see something, just shoot me a message. I would try to get that to you guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.